Hello, Inkjet Draws here. Welcome to my channel. This will be a process video for the Colorblind Art Challenge. If you don't know what that is, it's basically an art challenge where you turn all the colors on your device off and then pick a random color palette, and then you will draw with those colors in grayscale. You get a surprise at the end because you don't know what the colors are. We're going to start with a sketch here. I did work off a reference, and so I was trying to get it really close to the image, but I ended up having to redo it because it just did not turn out right. You'll see that here as I reset the canvas and start on another sketch. For this sketch, I tried focusing more on the basics, like the structure of the face, how it fits with the neck, and all the proportions, just to make sure that I got it right because I really did not want to resketch this again. I'm going to speed up this process just so we can get to the line art and coloring. So here we have the final sketch. I'm just editing it up a little bit, and then we're going to start on the line art. I usually don't enjoy doing line art because I find it very repetitive, going over something that you literally just drew. But I actually really enjoyed doing it. It just turned out so clean and so nice. I mean, look at that face. It is so clean. And the snake, chef's kiss. Beautiful. Now the snake's interesting because I didn't intend to put it in the image. It just kind of came out with sketching, but I'm really glad I did. So we're going to continue with the line art. I didn't have a super clean sketch, so a lot of this was figured out while doing the line art and trying to find the best line. So I did go over it a bunch of times. I know trying to get the snake around this like staff bar thing was very difficult because I know snakes are weird, okay? They have like muscles all throughout their body so they can wrap around things that like you wouldn't expect them to, and it was just weird trying to get it to look normal. Speaking of normal, I had to resketch the body because it just was not working. Again, I didn't have a great sketch. I just jumped straight into the line art, which I don't recommend because then you have to resketch it anyway. But I did end up getting a body shape that I liked, and then I started adding in the hair, which really added to it because it made it more full. So we're going to start with coloring here. Again, this is all in grayscale. I have no idea what colors these are. The only reference that I had is I picked an image of a butterfly. I don't know why. It was the first one I saw and it was really interesting. So my guess is the colors will be like probably oranges. I'm thinking monarch butterfly, so oranges, browns, yellows, but we'll have to see. Getting into the rendering here and applying shadows and stuff, I did set the layers to multiply, so it's picking up on the color that I had already set down. I found that when I do these art color challenges, when I just pick a random dark color, it tends to look muddy. So instead I stuck with the same base color that I used and just made it darker. I do remember from painting that I wanted the snake and one of the bits of armor, it's the one on her shoulder, to pop. And so I made them the same color, and I picked a color, well, I didn't know the color, so I picked just a random square on the palette that I thought would be a brightish color. You'll see at the end it wasn't. But that was the plan going into this, and it didn't really turn out right. So now I've finished up on most of the shadows. I'm just going in and adding highlights to the face, the cheeks, trying to like figure out the shape of the head basically, and then we're going to add in some to the hair. Now hair rendering is weird because there's like a million ways to do it, and I do it differently for every piece. I have no art style, so that is just kind of the plan. Not a great plan, but it does get the job done. So here I'm just adding some highlights to the hair where I think the light would bounce, and then I'm going back and adding the shadows and just trying to get it all to mesh together. I did accidentally put the shadows too dark the first time, so I did end up going back to erase them all, and you'll see that. And then I decided to add more shadows on the face to give it more like shadow, I don't know. And I started with super bright highlights. I changed the color of the eyes because I realized those were still like gray and the eyes aren't gray, so I had to do that. So here I'm just adding some more like super bright highlights you'll see on the nose, on the arm. Then I go and add some highlights on the back of the swords and stuff. There are spears behind her. You can't see them though. Alright, there's a finished piece for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this process video. Subscribe if you want to. Also, I will put a link in the description if you want to color this piece. You can color it normally or colorblind. I don't really care. There will be a hashtag in my Instagram if you want to share it. As always, have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.